It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Dalton Kincaid. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Bills and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudner. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they will ring him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the Bills' 27-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The man in coverage was Trent McDuffie. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary is really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco getting set for this next possession. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
On gain of 6. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
He'll give this complete to Worthy.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
At the 45-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
Breaks a tackle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Motion man is Shakir. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Allen to throw it. Powers through it.
That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15.
2nd down and 6 now.
In motion goes the tight end.
Here's Cook again.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge,
Previous
and
play
they're
is
going to
under
get
review.
one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with career touchdown number 70. And the Bills are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll send the tight end in motion. Mahomes now to throw.
To the right side and intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Brought down at the 20.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Gets past one man. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the carry there, and it'll wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And now the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Motion man is Shakir. Throwing on second and long. Allen looking right side, and it's intercepted. Powering his way forward. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
At the 19-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That for 20 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 48-yard line.
In motion left goes a tight end. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught. It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal.
Now Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And Xavier Worthy
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs have regained the lead.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. So that with an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Buffalo.
To throw, it's Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The Bills had 8-5 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Well, this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. Escapes the sack.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27. In motion left now is Beasley. Allen gonna throw. And this one caught by Beasley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing now is Allen.
They'll go right back to Beasley.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I call it apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense and Xavier Worthy set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes going to throw.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And again, it's Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, career touchdown number 136, tying it with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And just shutting him off there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And he finds Beasley, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now Allen.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Bills first down.
Here's Allen.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Allen. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Allen off the play fake.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Allen to throw it. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. The Patriots are the team nobody wants to face come January, and another win moves them to 12-2 on the year. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh Reynolds leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing now is Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From midfield, here's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Allen now looks to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Throwing now is Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Here's Pacheco headed right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Still fighting. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're
Previous
going to
play
get a
is
review
under
of that
review.
last play. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff.
And able to get this out to the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. Allen, nifty footwork. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On play action, Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
To throw, it's Allen.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he works free. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The slot man in motion right. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's second down.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Oh, and now some space to operate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Keon Coleman.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills are back within a score.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Mahomes finding his tight end, Kelsey, for a big one. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bills' 14-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man on stride, complete.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And they can't bring him down.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
That's complete, left side to Worthy.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
This is Pacheco.
Ooh, the juke. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 4-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. Dancing to his left. Fighting through. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Complete in the end zone. It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And he's brought down. Here's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now Allen.
Throws the out route. It's Beasley with a catch.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Motion man is Shakir.
And again, it's Allen.
He'll go right back to Beasley.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Allen now looks to throw. And this one caught by Beasley.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Allen.
That is caught. It's Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bills get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And fighting down inside the 25.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs are must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Now here's Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs.